live. Do camera settings. Minimize.
Geez, I had a heck of a time with getting the live stream set up. Glad that it looks like it worked. It wouldn't let me make any changes to it, like description or anything, or add a thumbnail, or it's a weird thing.
I had a hard time too, but not with that. My laptop would not want to be receiving power, and so I had to try a different outlet to the one I usually use.
Huh.
I think
I think it might be getting a little jealous for some reason.
And I mean, the battery is shot. If it's not plugged in, I can't guarantee I get to do anything. Lucky Bat, Awa, take the hun, hi, Vivo, hey, smiley face, Flim of the dudes, sup, BBGS, Nick Iris, ooh, Metro Reek, yo. Lucky Bat, heckin' lights, Sean, eyeballs, clankin' beers.
Woo.
Ooh woo. Jason M, hey everyone.
We're filming it in the old 4x3, which is always a nice aspect ratio.
Yeah, I mean, this is what Star Trek was filmed in. You can't get any better than this. Oops. There we go. Boop boop. Boop 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 boop. Good old Skype. Remember when Skype let us down today?
Oh yeah, it let us down today. I don't know what happened.
We had a business meeting and Skype was just like, nope.
Nope. Yeah. And if it was Discord, it'd make sense to me. But,
not old tried and true dependable Skype.
Yep.
Radioactive Bear. Hey Jay, I just painted my kit bashed Orc Space Marine Hunter and used my first transfer. It looks pretty darn good. Very nice. Love a good transfer.
Awesome.
Everybody put on your decals. Don't forget the decals.
Love a good decal.
Nick Harris. 4x3 works well in picture-in-picture. Yeah, because he wanted it as small as possible.
That's what she said.
False Cult Rick, howdy doodly. Chris Franklin, Centurions are sissies. My war boss goes to war in a tank top. That's true.
Ooh, yeah.
ZNBQ tips. Yo, not gonna stay, but I hope everyone is doing well and remind everyone that dentists are real. Well, agree to disagree on that, Z-noobs.
And more just disagree.
Yeah. Tenskadoom, hello Janik, how's your horrendous night? Started working on my Black Templar's army with some Reavers and Redemptor Dreadnoughts in a light batch painting, starting with the white and black. Neat. I'm halfway through some YouTuber's video essay on gatekeeping. Because gatekeeping is something I disagree with. I've never had it properly explained to me because it's always, we can't let these sorts of people into the hobby, but there's never a way to tell who are those types of people. Usually it's the right type of people is me, and the bad type of people, or the wrong type of people are others who maybe think like this. But it's a fairly interesting... I'm not going to say what it is, but I don't know. I think things just change because the big thing of gatekeeping is, well, Call of Duty used to be good, but now it's changed because they want to appeal to more people. Star Wars used to be good, but now it's changed because they want to appeal to more people. And I think it might just be things change over time, and things just don't stay the same. Thing after thing after thing after thing. I don't know. I think if you want kind of, because like sometimes you run into something magical, but I think you have to keep running into new things that are magical. I don't think there's that one thing that's just gonna continue to rock every single time after time forever with new people and different people and new studios and new ideas. I just don't think it's always going to be the same thing.
Right. NFTs are the future.
NFTs are the future. All hail the NFT. All hail the metaverse.
This stream is sponsored by Meta.
Go buy a plot of digital land today.
Ooh, yeah. Chris, my credit card wishes I was the wrong kind of people.
Ah, that's pretty good. But luckily, though, usually gatekeeping is very, very rarely ever be rude or doing anything to people. Usually, it's almost exclusively just complain.
Yeah.
It's almost exclusively just complain to your friends who also agree.
Yeah, it's perfect.
Yeah.
Perfect situation.
So really, I suppose it's not hurting anyone. Sean, I bought the Legio Metallica decal set. What is the Legio Metallica? It was just too cool not to have all of those cool skulls and gears. You mean Legio Mechanicum? I'm going to bet that that's that. Although I wish it was the Legio Metallica.
Lucky Bats. Are you trying to gatekeeping?
Oh no! I've become the very thing I swore to destroy.
Aaron, you have a Custodes army now. Yeah, you heard it here, folks.
Fun.
You just have one. Did you know that you have one?
I did not. Although you can buy one now with the Combat Patrol.
Right.
You get a lot of stuff in that box.
18.
That's a big number in Custodes digits.
It's no Gene Stealer cult box.
Sean, gatekeepers live in a happy bubble. False cult, Rick. Gatekeeping is way more than just neckbeards complaining on the internet. Ooh. Do tell. Because this is always something I've always been trying to wrap my head around. Because often we get comments that mention it, or it crops up in other YouTubers' content, especially in the 40K tabletop universe. It's just something I've always had trouble wrapping my mind around. Is like, what do people actually want? The doggy. What do you think of the Start Collecting Space Marines? The one with the Venerable Dreadnoughts. It's not bad. The Venerable Dreadnought's pretty good. Tactical Marines are pretty good. The Terminator Captain is okay. It works best if you want to run Terminators. Because it's slow. It has a less movement. And so either the squad protecting it has to move as slowly as him, or you put him in a squad that's already got that movement characteristic like Terminators, and Terminators can deep strike teleports. So I'd say maybe buy that box to start collecting, and then also buy a squad of Terminators, and that'd give you a pretty good little army. Holy Terror 87. I got called gatekeeper for saying that 7th edition was my favorite and that I won't play another game of 9th. I don't really understand how they thought I was keeping them out. Yeah, you're keeping yourself out.
You're gatekeeping yourself. That's the problem.
That is the problem. Bluetooth 65 just painted some tables for a commission along with other minis. Ooh, neat.
Bryce Hawley, do you have Grimaldus? And if so, is he good in game if you have played with him? Because I am thinking of a second army and I might pick Templar.
I have no idea. I bet he's alright. I'm sure he's not bad.
It'd be hilarious if he was horrible.
Yeah. He's like the Reavers.
Mm-hmm.
And Reavers aren't even terrible. It's just like, there's just so many things that do the same sort of a thing better. Because the Space Marine Codex has like over 100 units in it. And there's only 6 pips on a dice. So how much variety can there really be?
Mm-hmm.
I would love maybe if like a Grimdark Universe or One Page Rules or someone could figure out try out a D8 or a D12 system, because it would instantly give you so much more room. Because one of the most prevalent things in the rules is pluses to hit, but all of a sudden if you had way more numbers on a dice, you could all of a sudden throw out almost all of that. Because you just have so much more variety to give things buffs and minuses to hit in general.
Speaking of buffs and everything, we had our 3-way.
Yeah.
And Sean won.
A 3-way game of Kill Team.
And Sean won.
Yeah. I was real rusty. I was neck and neck with Sean for the first 2 turns. But I just lost too many models. I was playing my orcs, my greenskins out of the index.
Mm-hmm. And he was playing Inceptors?
Yes.
Right?
No, Incursors. Incursor Primaris Marines.
And I played the Commandos. Yeah, it was pretty rough, honestly.
Mm-hmm.
It's pretty crazy. And the thing was, we thought at least I thought for sure Sean was going to lose because Sean was in the middle. That's where because we played Odie Grotsniffer's 3-way mission, which was really fun. It was great.
Yeah, it worked out great. It was balanced. It worked all the way through. It made for a nice turn 1 that didn't take a million years.
Mm-hmm. And but because of that, someone gets to spawn in the middle. So I figured, you got orcs on one side, you got orcs on the other side, and we're both going towards the middle. Sean is most certainly going to die. But nah. He was able to move out of the way and just shoot us.
Mm-hmm.
It was very sad.
But how many points did you have at the end?
I don't know, like 3 or 4 or 5. Not very many.
I had 8. And I think Sean had double digits. But
yeah, he had 11.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, he got all of my cards didn't happen. I think one of them did. But yeah, it didn't work out very well.
I got 2 of my secondaries off. I did both the mission objectives. Or no, I did one of the mission objectives. I didn't manage to hold any objectives at the end of the game.
Mm-hmm.
But it was a really good mission, and it worked really, really well for 3 people.
Yep.
Honestly, we probably would have finished the game in a little less than 2 hours. We were kind of rushed because we had an appointment.
Yes. We had to go to our strip club to do our stripping. That's what we do on Sundays after the after the game.
Yeah. Nuzzles tips. I'm 16 hours into work and I only have 2 patient floors to go before I'm done for the night. Have fun, you guys, and give the Centurions a little kiss from me before you tuck him into bed. Aww.
Yep.
Anthony Reynolds, what's up, guys? You seem to feel the same way about squat Marines that I do. Have you ever thought about using tactical Marine arms and helmets with intercessor bodies to make more handsome firstborns? I've definitely done that before.
Damn.
Sometimes the arms feel a little short, like sometimes you have to kind of cheat them out a little bit, and then just put the shoulder pad extra high up on the shoulder to make that arm look a little longer. And the helmets, the helmets fit right on perfectly. Laser Shark Man, any ideas on converting Space Marine characters into Chaos variants? I've done Black Templar Castellan and want to do some more. But yeah, just like glue Chaos bits and then paint it Chaosy. Boom. Maybe a little spike here and there, a little evil glow in the eyes. Aaron, speaking of variety, I don't want to buy the codex until I finish my backlog. Are Eradicators that good, or can I do just as fine with a multi-melta Devastator squad and a drop pod? Yeah, I'm sure multi-melta Devastator squad is still pretty good. Probably a little expensive, but yeah. I mean, if you already have a dedicated melta kill the big scary thing unit, I don't think you need to get another one. Brian Thompson, what's up? What's up? Painting my Tempestus Scion kill team. Ooh, I might one day be working on a Tempestus Scion kill team.
Boy. Flipnut Dude at 88. Dang it, I've never met Sean, but I want him to lose. Me too. It's really fun though. I want to beat Sean on Sunday. That's my goal.
Mm-hmm. He's been playing the Space Marines a bunch.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah.
I feel like though it's just
you know what we gotta do? We gotta give him the Kroot.
Yeah, well he'll lose if he has the Kroot. Kroot are I mean, you know though, it might be interesting because he is very, very good at.
That's what I'm saying.
So it could be really interesting to see what he does with the Kroot.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I could see him just phoning it in though. Like he is not a fan of not optimized things.
Mm-hmm. Are you saying the Kroot isn't optimized?
It has some good matchups, but some stuff that can double shoot like Space Marines, they can really easily thin the herd pretty quick.
Mm-hmm.
And if like more than half the Kroot die, it gets really hard for the Kroot to be able to do much damage.
Yeah.
And it's also really hard for the one of the things that the Kroot can have going for them is that if they can get, you know, they could potentially get multiple guys in the same combat to get the combat buff. But it's almost impossible for a Space Marine to fight for a Kroot to fight a Space Marine and live. So even if you did get two guys into combat, one of them would die, and then all of a sudden there's only one in combat.
Mm-hmm.
I would like to try a game with the Kroot and actually do a good job with my Krootox, where it doesn't just get shot off the board before it gets to activate.
I don't know. I don't see that likely.
Mm-hmm.
Can you only have one Krootox?
You can only have one Krootox. Hopefully, when they come out with a White Dwarf, you'll be allowed to have two, because I own two.
You heard it here, Games Workshop.
Mm-hmm.
Better make it two. Very fun. In other exciting news, you have a computer now.
I do.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it works like a charm. It's completely different from the old one. Different case, different parts. Like they're the same parts, but they're all different.
Yeah.
I don't like the case as much. I think I liked the other case, although the other case kind of had that obnoxious, like paracord in the front.
Yeah, it's a weird.
That looks kind of ugly. But I really liked the glowing fans in the front. That's just cool.
Mm-hmm.
Mine, I'll have to take a picture of it. It's just got one RGB line that looks a little obnoxious.
Mm-hmm.
It also has a fan in the front case, but the front of the case is completely flat and like solid.
Mm-hmm.
I guess it's just to stir up the air inside.
I can't imagine RGB lights being obnoxious, though.
I like them. I think they're funny. Although my computer is also on the floor, so I don't really get to admire it.
Yeah, that's how I feel about mine.
I'm really enjoying my mechanical keyboard. I actually bought a muffler kit. And it works. It works like a tiny bit to make it quieter, but it actually shortens the keystrokes by a lot, which is really nice. Without the keys still register just fine, but they don't travel as far, and so that's really nice. Holy Terror 87, all the factions in 40k are rehashed from other sci-fi universes, right? What sci-fi faction creatures should they rehash for the next 40k race? They should never add another race to 40k. There's already way too much stuff. They should maybe add a few things to some of the factions that don't have enough stuff right now. Like maybe like Harlequins. Maybe Custodes. But also, most of the races of 40k are based off of fantasy armies. Except for probably like Genestealer Cult, Tau, and is that it? Genestealer and Tau?
Yeah.
I guess Guard. Guard is based off of soldiers, like normal soldiers. I'm gonna do that 88. I'm eyeing the Genestealer Cult Combat Patrol. I'm eyeing it too, even though I don't want to buy it because I already own way too much of all those things. It's a good box. Like that. Yeah. That box gets me excited because what I want in a Combat Patrol box is for them just to be fun. Like a fun amount of models to build, a fun variety of models to build. That's what I like to see. I don't really. It's also very nice that they're balanced points wise. Because the old Star Collectings were not. But, yeah, the Grey Knights one is so boring to me. It's just 4 units. Did the computer come on Saturday at 9 p.m.? No, it came today.
Woo! Today. I honestly still can't believe it, and I'm pretty sure it's... even though I saw that it exists, I'm pretty sure it's still not true.
Benjamin Reynolds, did the muffler kit come from AutoZone and have RGB lights? It was actually Pet Boys, and I also got a lube job.
Ooh, well, that's good. You were dying for a lube job, honestly.
Oh, yeah. Holy Terror 87. No, wrong answer. I'm gonna gatekeep you now. Gatekeeped.
Genius Joker. Nids are more sci-fi, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would say they're... Necrons are just skeletons.
Doom Kings in space. The old Necron lore was actually good. The new Necron lore is bad.
Gatekeeping. Okay, 431. Hey Jay, in the past you talked about Star Wars Legion. Are we going to see any more of it?
Yeah, probably. Actually, I think you definitely will sometime because they have some Legion stuff planned. But holy cow, do I have so many things planned.
Yeah, I mean, we're planned all the way to March.
Yeah.
Exactly. I mean, it's a lot of plans. Yeah, things are really going. Peter Blandtastic. I love painting so much, I wish I got into it decades ago. I'm retired, so I have time and money now.
Nice!
I would say that's a perfect time to start doing it.
It
wouldn't help if you had no time and you had no money. Mark the Frog, bring back the Squats for Kill team.
Squats, 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 squats. Bryce Howley, do you have any tips for priming minis with a can? Because the one time I did it, I covered a lot of details and have been hand priming. Definitely try to spray like a really thin coat. Like the primer should almost be like landing on the model dry. I would suggest Rust-Oleum Matte Black Primer because it's a very good quality primer compared to like Krylon. And yeah, I'd also probably just try to keep it to black because white can be a really finicky color, whereas black seems pretty good about handling like different temperatures and environments, whereas white can be a lot more temperamental. And yeah, just go really, really light. You definitely do not want to hose down the model. False Cult Rick, gate keep me harder, daddy.
Will do.
Mm-hmm.
That's one of the big things that we do on this channel. Hunter Joyce, is there any way to make a homemade wash?
Yeah. Probably mix paint with water and maybe a little bit of matte medium or some airbrush flow improver if you have it. Kino Kinones, since you're an internet Warhammer tuber, any advice for my intellectual property law class? Yes. Steal. Steal all the intellectual property you can.
Yep.
And then threaten to lawyer up.
Mm-hmm. But be rich.
Yeah.
That's a good step. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Oh, and also Games Workshop's bad.
Yeah, Games Workshop bad. Games Workshop bad.
So there you go.
That's the name of our new video coming out. Games Workshop bad.
Mm-hmm. You're a shill if you like Games Workshop,
Mm-hmm.
and then it has an arrow pointing at us.
Yeah.
And it says shill.
Although we haven't gotten any comments recently accusing us of signing the GWNDA.
No, maybe it's because everyone watched our AMA and they watched all the way to the end for the last question. I think that's what happened.
Yeah. And we did sign it, by the way.
Yeah.
You know, I know we're not supposed to disclose it, so everybody keep it on the down low, but
yeah. We like to disclose our non-disclosure.
Yeah.
Kind of a fun thing that we like to do. We like getting in trouble.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of fun. I like getting spanked. The Games Workshop.
That's actually in Article 13 of the non-disclosure agreement.
Yeah. It's pretty fun. Yeah, they use the Citadel spank paddle to do it. You have to build it yourself. That's the only annoying part.
Yeah. I'm not a lawyer, but when I read the leaked NDA, I didn't see anything about, like, you're not allowed to talk about non-Games Workshop things. You're not allowed to say anything bad about the company. Like, almost all of it just says, don't photocopy this document. Do not digitally make copies of this document. Do not show anyone this document. You can return, you can make copies of the document this way. You must get, authorization beforehand.
Yeah. Don't call me Shirley. Sign the Crayola NDA.
Oh, already signed.
Yeah.
Signed it in crayon.
Perfect. Good old Crayola.
Mark the Frog. I use rubbing alcohol and the guts of Sharpies to get really good old grease stains on my Gundams. George Xiarda, what 40k needs most is an A-team faction. I guess would that be... I mean, Catachan kind of have the look a little bit, but I feel like...
in my mind, that's how my work commandos are.
Yeah, you know what? That just is the Orc Commandos.
Yeah.
Do 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 do.
Exactly.
As a little grot zip lines across the whole entire board.
Aww. I love it.
The Wizard MF stance on purchasing already painted minis. Yeah. I mean, if you can get them for a deal, or if you can't get them for a deal, but you want them to look like the way they're painted.
Mm-hmm.
One thing I always wonder is, like, if you go on eBay, you'll see hundreds of listings for, like, a very, very, very well-painted GW model for, like, $180. Do those sell? Does anyone care? I feel like they don't. Holy Terror 87. Games Workshop is trying to gatekeep everyone from their games while simultaneously strong-arming us into giving them all our mysterious green paper. I think they eat it. Possibly snort it.
Oh, yeah. 100% snort it.
Wingboy, tips for keeping brush tips pointy long-term. Never, ever, ever let dry bristles touch wet paint. So the first time you're going to go grab some paint, make sure you pre-wet your bristles. After every painting session, either clean your brushes or at least kind of try to use your fingertips to like make them pointy, and then let it. And then I've heard that you're not supposed to store them upright. I think it's fine to store them upright, but I don't think you should let them dry upright. And you should definitely change your paint water often, probably at least a couple of times a painting session. Because that water gets gross fast.
And that gets all up in your bristles and your fur.
Yeah.
And you don't want that.
Churchardo. So the NDA had one hard rule, and it was broken by sharing it.
Yes. Don't call me Shirley. Under the Crayola NDA, you can't speak bad on the company.
Why would I ever do that? Crayola is the perfect company.
Exactly.
Have you ever tasted Play-Doh? Delicious.
Oh my god, it's salty.
Yeah.
And a little sweet, but mostly salty.
Mm-hmm. Mark the Frog. Hey Jay, have you ever run out of a color of paint in the middle of a project?
I mean,
once I ran out of wash. Yeah, I use up paint a lot. When I was working on my Necrons, I ran out of black wash. But I think I just didn't use wash after that. Yeah. I mean, if you got some paint, you got all the paint, really.
That
you
is
just
true.
might have to mix and match.
Yeah.
And usually I'm pretty lax when it comes to like faithfully recreating the scheme time after time. I often just swap out colors or try new things. And you know what? Usually a blue model will look the same next to another pretty much the same color blue model.
Mm-hmm. I'm Bartman. Is this live?
No. We script these. The questions and the answers.
You're in the and I'm Bartman is just a way, just a ruse
to
make it feel like it's live. Bryce Holly. So since you signed it, do you know about what new units before they come out, or is it like how it was with Midwinter Minis? Oh yeah, we know all the new units coming out, and we also know what's going away.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're getting rid of Tau.
Yeah.
That's the big one.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the new codex is empty on the inside. So don't buy it. It's just a bunch of empty pages.
Ah.
I don't think Games Workshop even knows what's going on.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's why they release new model information on completely random days, always, because they don't know.
Mm-hmm. Genius Joker. You're just really good at predicting what chat says.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, we actually use AI learning. It's early metaverse technology.
Mm-hmm. Better believe it.
James Cameron Clark, it's 3:30 a.m. My elite sleep schedule is destroyed. But I do get to watch these streams.
See? It's perfect.
Aaron Ferguson, we are all paid actors.
Yeah, these streams are kind of expensive, honestly. It's a little much. George Gajardo. Nick, if your Play-Doh tastes salty, just eat some pineapple beforehand. You know? What a great idea. I have no idea what you're referring to.
DDD 4D101. If Games Workshop offered to work with you, would you take it? I don't know, maybe. Depends on the stipulations, depends on if like we're gonna get paid, it depends on like what's going on.
Mm-hmm. What this weird position would be.
Yeah. Like if they're just gonna give us free stuff and we don't have to talk about it, maybe.
Mm-hmm.
If they expected anything of us, probably not.
Right.
Legacy S117. Hey Jay, I gotta ask, is the white this time around used to contrast on the black or sort of like the suppressors? I did it exactly like the suppressors. Just airbrushed whites from the top and let the undersides be a color. I actually didn't highlight or shadow anything. And I think it worked okay. Like I didn't do any highlighting or shading with a brush. I just let it all be airbrushed and moved on from there.
Lawful cack? Oh, by the way, guys, my live stream script didn't come with my check. Is there direct deposit? Oh, it's coming.
Mm-hmm.
It'll be here soon.
Yeah, you gotta reach out to payroll.
Yeah. Please do.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Cassandra will help you. Just the payroll.
Mm-hmm.
Bryce Hawley, are you also painting, Nick? I am working on building some models.
Ooh.
Building some witches.
Mm-hmm. James Cameron Clark.
Witch-like.
Simultaneously, the best few years for Games Workshop because everyone was stuck inside with nothing to do, and the worst because all of their supply chain collapsed. Yeah. Genius Joker, you play D&D or any other tabletop RPGs? Nope.
No.
Looks kind of fun though.
I am contractually obligated to only play Games Workshop games. So.
Oh yeah, I forgot. Yeah, Clause 7 of the NDA.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Clause 6 is Santa.
I get it. Nickeries. Wait, you guys are getting paid?
By Daddy Google.
Daddy Google. And technically, everyone in the chat's getting paid by Daddy Google through us. Because everyone in the chat gets paid.
Yeah.
And to play up this ruse of this being live. SEM. They're coming on beautiful, Jay. They are.
Yeah. Holy Terror 87, do you think that Legion will ever get an AT-AT? Also, this is important to me. Do you pronounce it AT-AT or AT-AT? I'd go back and forth. I don't think they will. It would just be so big and so expensive and impossible to balance. I think you can also just probably buy AT-AT toys and see, I just flipped it up, and then just come up with your own rules, like make some custom mission scenarios for it. Legacy S117, they are looking awesome. What was it like assembling the kits? Unbelievable number of parts. Probably the most components I've ever seen on a Games Workshop kit. DDD 4101, how long into miniature painting did you feel like you had a good idea of what you were doing and paint what you wanted?
Yesterday.
Yeah, pretty much. I would say last year is when I started to be like, I really got this. And that was, what, year 7 of miniature painting? I think if you really want to improve quickly, I'd say spend a lot of time on miniatures and paint a large variety of miniatures with different colors and different styles. And I like to do like a half and half of that. Like, you know, half the time I'm painting kind of like one-offs or weird things, and then half the time I'm painting army painting. Where I'm getting it pretty good and getting it some colors.
I'm Bartman. Please do Katachan Jungle Hunter Kill Team.
Ooh, maybe.
Only if you're good.
Yeah. If you promise to behave and do the dishes, then maybe.
Right. Maybe. Aaron. Alright, Jay. So that white is an undercoat for the upcoming hot pink paint, right?
Yeah.
Perfect. I can't wait. They're gonna look really cute in pink.
Bryce Howley, what Chaos Space Marine chapter do you want to get a full army next? Korn and the other one. Tzeentch. No, wait, Tzeentch already have one.
Slaanesh.
Korn and Slaanesh, yeah. I want to see a Korn and Slaanesh armies.
And I would rather have Slaanesh over Korn. If
Yeah.
I had to choose between, if I only had to choose one.
Mm-hmm. I assume it's coming because they just did it with Tzeentch and Nurgle.
Mm-hmm.
It's crazy that Tzeentch was first. If I was a betting man, I'd say Slaanesh will be last.
Yeah, probably.
Oh, they've had a lot of success with their Age of Sigmar Slaanesh that are like Persian.
And I love them.
Yeah, they're super cool.
That weird gazebo thing.
Yeah, with a fat guy being pulled by other fat guys.
I love that model.
Mm-hmm.
That's so much fun. Holy Terra 87. I took a break from painting due to lack of progress and frustration. Your videos really helped and inspired me. I painted 29 models in December and my improvement is blowing my mind. Thank you so much.
That's really good.
It is really good.
Yeah, I don't think I painted that many.
In December?
Mm-hmm.
I think you really front-loaded.
Yeah.
You got so much. I mean, that whole army.
Mm-hmm.
within the first couple of weeks. Jeffrey Smith, those Noise Marine paint jobs gonna be loud.
Mm-hmm.
There's your pink.
I think I know they came out with a custom technical paint for the Necrons. I hope that when the eventual Slaanesh army comes out, they come out with a glitter technical paint.
That would be fun. DDD 40101. Slaaneshi army win.
I think Slaanesh or Demonettes and Khorne Bloodletters would make a really, really good kill team.
Mm-hmm.
The Bartman. Damn, it takes too long to paint an Imperial Knight. I'm painting a Castellan and I've only done the head. Holy Terror 87. I posted my first EOB complete last week, a Saturnine Terminator, and it was the first model I wasn't too ashamed of to post. Love everyone, was so supportive. I think I found my people. Yeah. Where'd you get a Saturnine Terminator? Is it the old metal one or a 3D print?
Catalyst Creations, have you tried that paint chipping stuff you add before you paint? Before? I see Pete use it a lot.
Yeah, I've used it before. It's good stuff.
Used it on the Battle Wagon. The only problem with it is sometimes you can get like cracking.
Yeah.
Especially if you go too thick. I went a little too thick, but it kind of worked for me.
Mm-hmm.
So I want it to look a little grungy. But it can be a little temperamental.
The Wizard MF, display case or shelves. Starting to run out of room and I don't want to just stuff them in a box. Personal insights. I think my preferred solution would be what I have, which is just shallow, simple shelves, because I don't want to deal with owning like a big, heavy display case.
Although you do.
Although I do, but I don't know if I like it. It's fine. One is okay.
Yes, I think the way that you have it is pretty good. The problem with display cases is you can't really see anything on the bottom.
Yeah. Really, that top shelf is the one that's like perfect. And then you're gonna like squat and look at your guys a little?
Right. And what you kind of have is like all the big giant stuff is in the display case.
Yeah.
It probably wouldn't fit as well on the shelves.
Yeah. I mean, I've had armies in that case before, and they just kind of don't look like much.
Yeah. Remember when we lived in Milwaukee with the built-ins?
Yes.
Like, you're supposed to put your liquor in there.
Mm-hmm.
We put our models.
Yeah.
That actually kind of worked out pretty well.
It did. I mean, they're all at the right height.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. It was a little bit modular. You can move the shelves a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah. that was a pretty good solution.
Mm-hmm.
But it's really, really nice wood and glass. They don't make them like they used to. Holy Terror 87. It was a 3D print. I gave him a standard and made him my Captain Ancient.
Ah, nice. Love a good Saturnine.
Mm-hmm. What I like to do with my miniature storage is put them in cardboard boxes and then hide them.
Mm-hmm.
That usually works for me.
I put them in Easter eggs and then hide them.
That's pretty good. I'm Bartman. What is your opinion on texture paint?
I like it. I use it a bunch. I don't like to use texture paint just to fill up bases because it's a little pricey. If I had to do a bunch of bases, I'd probably make up my own because it's not impossible to make your own texture paste. But I definitely like to use it a lot to create texture, like rust and oxidization and stuff. Super, super nice. And then it makes dry brushing really nice. It makes washes really pop. Pop like the soda. Pop goes the
like
weasel.
Sody pop. Yep, exactly.
Pop goes the monkey.
3D
print shop.
And the weasel.
Yeah, I think his Saturnine Terminator is my favorite out there, but you can't just get the STLs. And his printing doesn't look that great. It looks like normal consumer 3D printing.
Although Shapeways isn't that great either.
No, yeah, their process is not the best for miniatures. It's okay. It's a little it's a little gritty.
Yeah. Narcoplexy Cyclist, what are your thoughts on 3D printing Warhammer?
I don't think there's anything wrong with it. I think it's neat. I like when people kind of do their own thing. Like when they make like their own Kakaradon 3D printed Marines, or their own when they do something with it. When it's just a Tau that doesn't quite look as good as a Games Workshop Tau, I'm like, eh.
Yeah.
Space Marine, but it looks like it was made in Tinkercad. Callous Creations, any chance of seeing more kit bashing on the channel? 100%. You will see it. Maybe soon.
Wow. Oh my gosh.
James Cameron Clark, I'm planning on using the tall IKEA Billy bookcases with the glass up top to show off what I'm painting, and solid doors at the bottom to hide the much bigger pile of shame. I have a Detolf trophy case, and it's pretty good. It looks very nice. An IKEA Detolf bookcase. Holy Terror 87, I think Games Workshop could make their own STLs and embrace it. No, they wouldn't make any money.
Yeah, people would steal them. I mean, I also think that's a little bit why the codexes are so expensive.
Yeah.
Because it's so easy to steal them. Beyond easy to steal them. If they're just giving away STLs, yeah.
Yeah, I think
immediately.
If I was in charge of Games Workshop, I think I would make a couple of barrels and stuff, and just put that on the website for free, just to be like a little easy, nice thing to do. But no, I don't think they'll ever sell STLs. Also, I don't think there's that much real money in STLs. I think you can make a little bit of money, and I think you can even make a lot of money, but you can't make real huge millions with it.
I mean, we can see it. People make a living.
Yeah, people make a living.
And all that stuff. And that's what's really wonderful that, artists and designers can get money for their work.
Yeah.
And have fun while doing it. But yeah, they're not going to make millions and millions and millions of dollars. And that's what Games Workshop needs.
Yeah. Yeah, if Games Workshop made millions of dollars selling STLs, they would consider that a complete failure. They didn't make $100 million selling STLs. Narcoplexy Catalyst, you gonna paint salamanders? I don't know. Probably not. Maybe though. Right, Ninja, I feel like it'd be super easy to build a fake Soulblight Grey Blight army thanks to 3D printing. Yeah, I mean, I feel like 3D printing could help you make a super easy almost any army. I think the only one that would be tricky is Night Haunts. I think those models have to be made out of plastic.
Yeah, they're going to break. so easily. I mean, did you hold the God, I don't know what model I printed for Sean. One of like
the
really
tactical droid.
One. I mean,
yeah. I mean, if you breathe on it too aggressively, it'll break.
Yeah, it's really skinny. Like the legs and the arms and stuff. Yeah, it's just not good. And I understand that there's ways to make stronger resins or stuff that's a little bit more flexible, but that's not normal. People aren't doing that.
Yeah.
Only weirdos are doing that.
Making their little witch's brew.
Exactly. And they do sell resins that have more flexibility in it, but they're way more expensive. Like all pre-mixed and stuff. But I'm sure that'll come down in price, just like the 3D printing has.
Mm-hmm.
Down in price, up in quality.
Narcoplexy Catalyst. What would happen is that one person in a friend group buys it and then just shares it between them all. Yeah, and that's not awesome. I think really if you should all buy your own copy is what should happen. Or maybe one person buys a copy and then everybody else sends a tip to the artist. Like,
yeah, it's hard.
Yeah. It's hard out there for a pimp. For an STL pimp.
STL pimp. Yep. Exactly. And speaking of being a pimp.
Yeah.
It is 10 o'clock. So we're gonna be going off and doing our pimping. But we had one video already out today. We have 3 more videos, one on Wednesday, one on Friday, and of course one on Saturday. That is a Patreon only episode. And then we also have our Patreon only live stream on Friday after the normal live stream, so you got to join us for that. It's almost like you should join the Patreon. And hey, we have STLs on there too.
Yeah, we do. Don't steal them.
Yeah, don't steal them. And but with that said, we'll be back with another live stream tomorrow at 9 p.m. Central. So join us for that.
All right, everybody. Good night.
Good night.
Boop boop.